Terrapin men's soccer coach Sasha Swarovski could only prepare for so much. He knew going into this season that he would have to replace 6 starters from a national championship team, and for a while it looked like he would without missing a beat. A stellar freshman class and an improved core of veteran players had the Terps roaring in the first third of the season, and College Park abuzz with the prospects of a repeat title. Indeed, replacing almost half of arguably his most talented squad ever wasn't the issue for Swarovski. It was replacing the players who the Terps and Swarovski had been counting on to fill those gaps this season. When they couldn't, the team faltered. For reasons good and bad, September was a month to remember for the Terps. They ended a 16-game winning streak dating back to last season with a season-opening loss to UCLA before starting a 6-game unbeaten streak 2 days later against Cal. They won 7-0 against Duquesne on the strength of a Casey Townsend hat-trick 1 game before they lost a talented striker to a nagging left ankle injury at NC State. They gave a Ludwig Field record crowd of 6,946, a match they wouldn't forget after a last-minute Kevin Taney header lifted the team to a 1-0 victory over number 2 North Carolina, only to have midfielder Doug Rodke break a bone in his right foot the same game. He wouldn't play again all season, and the now depleted offense never truly looked the same. They eked out 1 goal in the next 3 games, an ugly span highlighted by a 2-0 loss at George Mason and an early October defeat at Duke. The Terps also lost starting defender Alex Lee for the season after a car accident in Washington in October. As crushing a blow it was, however, it wasn't the defense that needed help. An anemic offense again plagued the Terps in a 1-0 loss at Wake Forest and a scoreless tie versus Virginia on Halloween night. That inability to score, particularly against the Cavaliers, became a theme for the Terps this season. In the first round of the ACC tournament, the Terps, playing a man up for much of the second half, allowed a last-minute game-winning Cavaliers goal that pushed the Terps from the ranks of the seeded in the NCAA tournament draw. They didn't get a first-round bye or more than 1 home game as hoped, but it didn't matter. With a healthy Townsend reinserted in the lineup and a young defense holding strong, the Terps held off Loyola Maryland 2-1. In Happy Valley, forward Jason Herrick delivered some late-game heroics to top the Nittany Lions 2-1 and punched the Terps' ticket to Cambridge, where they easily handled Harvard 2-0. That was as far as they would get. Against Virginia, on the brink of another College Cup appearance, the Terps went in reverse before they could even get going. An unlucky deflection into their own goal in the opening minutes, but the Terps had a deficit they couldn't overcome against college soccer's best defense, an eventual national champion. Swarovski later said that the 3-0 loss would sit with him until he wins another championship. With 9 starters possibly returning next season, he might not have to wait long.